All right, let's jump right into this. Welcome to this explainer, where today we're totally unpacking the brutal mathematical and honestly psychological realities of retail cryptocurrency trading. Now, to be clear, we aren't here to debate whether blockchain has underlying value or if Bitcoin is a solid long-term hold. That's a different conversation. Instead, we're looking directly at the sheer mechanics of trading it day to day. If you've ever been even a little bit tempted by those flashing green numbers on your screen and the promise of quick, effortless wealth, well, you really need to understand the hidden architecture of this market. We're going to break down the exact math, the psychological traps, and the outright illusions that are just waiting for you. Let's get right to it.
Picture this, because it's an incredibly common scenario. You decide to dip your toes in, right? You put $1,000 into crypto. You check your phone a couple hours later and hey, your balance is at $1,080. A little later, it's $1,150. By midnight, you're looking at $1,300. You've literally just made $300 by sitting on your bed and tapping a piece of glass. And right at this exact moment, something deeply psychological shifts inside your head. You get this massive, intoxicating dopamine hit. You start wondering, wait, why am I working so hard for a paycheck at my day job when I can just magically summon $300 out of thin air? So naturally, the next time, you don't just put in $1,000, you put in way more.
And this is exactly where the trap swings wide open. Because eventually, someone or some platform introduces you to the magic word leverage, 20x. Suddenly, with a relatively small amount of capital, you're controlling a position that's many, many times larger. 5x, 10x, 20x. And that initial thrill you felt, it completely tricks you into ignoring the risk. You're no longer calculating your downside, you're only obsessing over how impossibly rich you're going to become. The greed takes over entirely. And essentially, financial rocket fuel has just been poured onto the fire.
But then, it happens. Out of nowhere, one sudden giant red candle violently crashes the chart. Your profit vanishes, your initial capital starts dropping in real time, and then two of the most terrifying words in finance flash across your screen. Position liquidated. Just like that, the whole shebang is gone. The harsh reality of a sudden crash wipes out not just your theoretical gains, but literally everything you put in. The warm green glow of the screen turns blood red, and you're just left there staring at a zero balance.
But it brings up a really fascinating, almost terrifying question. What if winning was actually the trap? See, the absolute biggest danger in crypto trading isn't necessarily that you lose your very first trade. It's actually that you win it. Because that single, lucky first win completely convinces you that your pure luck was actually undeniable skill. It builds this massive, false confidence that basically sets you up for a much larger, far more devastating fall down the line.
So what exactly is your edge? Before we go any further, the fundamental question you have to ask yourself isn't, can money be made in crypto? It's, why should you specifically be the one who's consistently making it?
Look, most beginners fall hook, line, and sinker for the retail illusion. They think trading is just me versus the chart. You check your RSI indicator on your phone, you hit buy, and you wait. But the institutional reality, it's an entirely different universe. Every single time you press buy, somebody else is selling to you. And that somebody is very often a professional trader, a market maker, or a quantitative firm running highly sophisticated algorithms that process data literally millions of times faster than your thumb can tap a screen. You're bringing basic everyday consumer tools to a highly sophisticated cutthroat battlefield. You're essentially entering a Formula One race riding a bicycle.
Which brings us to the 90% win rate trick. Let's completely deconstruct the math behind those supposedly foolproof social media trading strategies you see everywhere.
Let's look at the actual reality of a pretty great 70% win rate. Imagine you make 10 trades, you win 7 of them, and you make $100 on each. Awesome, right? That's a solid profit of $700. But your other 3 trades are losses, and because your risk management is sloppy, you let them run and lose $300 on each of those. That's minus $900. So think about that. You were right 70% of the time, you called the market correctly, and you still managed to lose $200 of your hard-earned cash. Win rate by itself is a completely empty, useless metric.
What actually matters in the real world is something called expectancy. It's your probability of winning multiplied by your average win, minus your probability of losing multiplied by your average loss. And honestly, that's not even the end of it. Real trading has friction. You have to factor in the exchange fees, the spreads, the slippage, and the funding costs. So when someone online tells you they win 8 out of 10 trades, Don't ask for a cropped screenshot of a win. Ask them what their expectancy is over hundreds of trades after all costs are factored in. Suddenly, that glamorous fantasy completely dies, and the conversation gets a whole lot quieter.
Now let's talk about the asymmetry of leverage. This is exactly what turns a somewhat bad mathematical decision into a totally catastrophic one.
You have to see this terrifying non-symmetrical math of recovering from your losses. If you lose 10% of your capital, you need an 11.1% gain just to break even. Annoying, but doable. But if you lose 25%, you suddenly need 33.3% to get back to par. And if you lose half your money, 50%, you don't just need a 50% gain to get it back. You need a 100% gain just to return to exactly where you started. And heaven forbid you leverage yourself into an 80% loss, you need a whopping 400% gain just to get back to zero. Crypto doesn't have to go to zero to completely destroy a leveraged account. It just has to move far enough in the wrong direction to trigger this brutal asymmetric math.
So we have this casino right in our pockets. Let's really look at the psychological toll of a 24/7 crypto market.
Think about the bizarre triggers that cause people to trade when the market literally never closes. Can't sleep at 2 a.m.? You can trade. Are you angry about something at work? You can trade. Bored on a lazy Sunday morning? Go ahead and trade. Or, worse, did you just lose $500 on a terrible call? Well, you can try to win it back right this exact second. And that is exactly where trading violently shifts from logical, calculated analysis to pure emotional desperation. You increase your position size, you push back your stop loss, you jack up your leverage. You are no longer trading Bitcoin at that point. You are just trading your own emotions.
And here is honestly the most sobering truth you will ever hear about trading. Ready? The market doesn't owe you your money back. The market is completely 100% blind. It doesn't know you just lost $500. It doesn't care where you entered your trade. It certainly doesn't know that you desperately need this money for rent on the first of the month. It is a cold, mathematical mechanism that is entirely indifferent to your emotional state. Which brings us to the illusion of social media, because it really only shows you the survivors. We've all seen posts exactly like this one, right? Plus 17 grand today with a little fire emoji at the end. But there is a massive, critical piece of reality you're missing here. Where are all the people who tried the exact same trades and lost their shirts? They disappear. I mean, nobody's making a flashy YouTube video proudly announcing they destroyed their life savings this month. The winners shout from the absolute rooftops, and the losers just quietly go completely silent.
This phenomenon actually has a formal psychological name: survivorship bias. It's when you subconsciously treat the highly visible winners as if they represent everyone who tried the activity. Taking trading cues from social media flexes is quite literally like interviewing a handful of lottery winners to decide if buying scratch-off tickets is a solid, reliable career path. A screenshot of a profitable trade proves exactly one thing, and one thing only: that one specific trade on that one specific day was profitable. It proves absolutely nothing about a long-term, repeatable edge.
Let's consider two hypothetical beginners. Trader A starts with 2 grand, loses a big chunk of it early on, gets completely terrified and just stops trading. It's a painful lesson, sure, but the bleeding is over. Now look at Trader B. Starts with the same 2 grand, but gets super lucky during a raging bull run. He turns it into $8,000. So who is actually in more danger here? Counterintuitively, Trader B is in massive danger, because Trader B now truly believes he is a financial genius. Luck has completely masqueraded as skill, so he abandons any basic risk management, cranks his leverage from 2x to 10x, and when the market regime inevitably suddenly changes, the strategy that quote-unquote always worked wipes him out entirely. Luck can look exactly like skill for a shockingly long time.
Technical analysis versus investing. Just because an RSI indicator says something is oversold definitely does not guarantee the price goes up tomorrow.
We absolutely have to make this distinction crystal clear. Crypto investing is not crypto trading. You might be completely right about the underlying asset. You might be 100% correct that Bitcoin is going to be worth drastically more in 10 years. But here's the catch. That correct long-term thesis will not protect you from losing your entire leveraged trading account this coming weekend. You can be absolutely right about the asset itself and completely, disastrously wrong about the specific trade you just entered.
So before you ever hit that buy button, you have to completely reframe your mindset. You have to stop asking, how much money can I make tomorrow? Instead, you need to look in the mirror and challenge yourself with this question. What happens if I am wrong? Can your strategy and your capital actually survive when you're wrong 3, 4, 5 times in a row? What happens if volatility suddenly explodes while you're sleeping? What hard evidence do you actually have that your edge can survive a catastrophic market shift, rather than you just riding a temporary wave of good luck?
Which leaves us with this final, honestly profound thought to close out our explainer today. Making money once is easy. Keeping it is the game. The crypto market doesn't need you to be stupid. It doesn't need you to be inexperienced. It doesn't even need you to be wrong most of the time. It literally only needs you to be very wrong exactly once, with too much money on the line to take everything. Understand the math, deeply respect the psychology, and realize that sometimes your absolute most profitable trade is the one you actively decide not to take. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Stay informed, stay focused, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.